Hi, I'm Ferris and I've been inspired to make this video today to help those of you who are going through challenges and finding you're getting in your own way as you do it. And what I mean by that is that when emotions are coming up, you're letting them take over, or you're judging yourself for what's happening or your reactions to them. If this is you, then please watch on. So what I first recommend in that situation is self-compassion. Can you have compassion for all of you? For those parts of you that are scared, that are angry, that are disillusioned, that are acting out? Because that's really the first piece that I want to share. I see with so many of my clients that they can get so caught up in fear or guilt or worry that they're not at their full capacity to work with the challenges. They're so overcome by different emotions that they're not so clear about how they move through, and they're kind of derailing themselves. And I'm going to admit, I have a big change and challenge in my life, and I saw myself doing that. I saw the fear come in and then the self-judgment come in. And so I'm doing this as a reminder for myself as well, because I'm always walking my own walk, and I just have a feeling inside that this is going to help a lot of other people too. Now, part of my inspiration for sharing this is a poem I read recently. I'm going to share it because it speaks so beautifully to what I mean when I'm saying about welcoming all of ourselves to accepting everything that's going on. So it's going to make this video a little bit longer. I will do some EFT tapping afterwards, and my eyes may not stay dry because I find it really moving. So it's a poem by a lady called Julia Fehrenbacher. I hope that's how you spell it. And it's called The Most Important Thing. And I want to read the first two paragraphs because it's so powerful. I am making a home inside myself, a shelter of kindness where everything is forgiven, everything allowed, a quiet patch of sunlight to stretch out without hurry, where all that has been banished and buried is welcomed, spoken, listened to, released. A fiercely friendly place I can claim as my very own. I am throwing arms open to the whole of myself, especially the fearful, fault-finding, falling apart, unfinished parts, knowing every seed and weed, every drop of rain has made the soil richer. So this is my invitation to you. Bring all those different parts of yourselves and do this tapping with me. EFT tapping, if you don't know, is a wonderful technique to help us rebalance, to help us clear stresses, negative emotions. And with this one, it's also about accepting. It's about accepting those different parts. I believe that's the first step. When we can accept and welcome, then we can transform. Because all these different parts of us, they're just acting from old programming. And if we can welcome them, and then we can work to help them balance in different ways. Can't do that in this video, but I can do some tapping to help you start on that process. So it's really simple. Just follow what I say and follow what I do. If you have a challenge in your life, you can rate the intensity of that challenge on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being not an issue and 10 being as big as it can be. And now follow me. So repeat out loud what I say and follow the tapping. And please take your responsibility for your own well-being if you choose to tap along. All right, let's go. Even though I feel challenged, I choose to accept and welcome all of me right now. Even though I feel challenged, I choose to create a kind home inside of me. Even though I feel challenged, I choose to create a home inside of me where all parts are welcomed. Good. I feel challenged. I have challenges. And there are parts of me that are uncomfortable. There are parts of me that are scared. There are parts of me that could be angry. There are parts of me that are disappointed. There are parts of me that can judge. All these different parts of me. I choose to welcome them all now. I choose to open my arms to all of them. Because they're all part of me. They're all part of my journey. And I send them love. To all those different parts. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they're angry. Maybe they're judgmental. I choose to love them all. I send each one of them love. I send each one of them compassion. I welcome them all. I send them love. I send love to all those parts of me. All the parts that are struggling. All the parts that are clamoring to be heard. I acknowledge and love them all. Okay, take a breath. Put your hands on your heart. Take a few breaths in and out through your heart. Three breaths. Good. Now that was a very simple form of EFT tapping, just a little bit of first aid tapping to get the process started. Write your number again if you're focusing on your challenge and how intense it feels. Write your number again and see, even just by doing that little small amount of tapping and acknowledging those different parts, has that made a change? Often it will. And if you find those challenges coming up, you can just even put your hands on your heart, take a few breaths and accept them. And I find that when you do that acceptance, it's much easier to do the transformational work later on. It's much easier to work with those emotions, to work with those different parts of ourselves, to really create that deep change that will transform how we navigate our challenges and stresses. So thank you so much for watching. You can go back and do that tapping again with your own words. I really encourage it. And let me know how you get on. But lots of love to you. Bye-bye.